Okay, so the first traffic method that we're going to talk about is forum marketing. Now, let's just jump right into the basics here. Forums are online discussion groups. Basically, they are a place where people can hang out and they can communicate and they can have conversations with things that are relevant to the topic of the forum. Okay, so there's forums for everything. There's sports forums, there's cooking forums, there's gardening forums, there's obviously internet marketing forums. There's just forums for a whole bunch of things, anything and everything really. And it's just a place where people can come and they can share their experiences, they can help each other and all that kind of stuff. We're going to use it for internet marketing, obviously. These forums are great for research because this is where your target market hang out. This is where they communicate. They communicate the things that they like. They communicate the things that they don't like. The people in these forums are your customers, okay? These are the people who are buying your stuff or who will be buying your stuff. So it's absolutely vital that you understand what's going on. So forums are a great tool for that kind of research. Now, most forums are free to sign up and they will allow you to advertise in your signature. A signature file is basically when you go to a forum, you can make what's called a post where you can reply to someone's conversation, or you can start your own conversation. You can have a little signature that will be at the bottom of every single one of your posts. Now, we can use that to put your URL in there to your website. So we'll talk about that in just a bit. Now, reputation is very, very important, especially in the internet marketing world, okay? So the way forums work is it's almost like a clique in high school. You kind of become popular and all that kind of stuff. So what you want to do is build your reputation by providing awesome, valuable content, okay? You don't go in there and, spam the whole place up. What you want to do is you want to become well known for actually posting valuable content. I mean, if you can create a reputation based on providing quality stuff, that's going to make you a lot of money in the long term, okay? Now, you really need to treat forums the same way that you treat your list, okay? We've talked about how valuable your list is, and you must treat them, with respect and just give them tremendous value and really make sure that they're satisfied and make sure that you look after them because they really are so important to you. You can treat the forum the same way, okay? So it's absolutely vital that you do not do anything bad in forums, because the other thing about forums is it's in public, okay? So maybe you might send out an email that you shouldn't to your list. Generally what's going to happen is people are just going to unsubscribe from you. They're probably going to mutter under their breath that you're no good or something like that. On forums, it's out in the public and people can absolutely rip you to shreds in public and you can ruin your reputation. So reputation is good, but you want to have a good reputation, and forums can build a awesome reputation for you, but they can also ruin your reputation. So it's very, very important that you treat forums with respect and you treat people on there with respect, and the easiest way to do that is by providing valuable content. Also, forums are a great place to meet potential partners. Remember, this is where your market hangs out, and we're talking about the internet marketing market, and the internet marketing market is filled with internet marketers, okay? So there's lots of other guys and girls just like you who are trying to sell their own stuff and all that kind of stuff on the internet, and they're using forums as well. So it's a great place to actually meet potential partners who maybe have lists, who have the same type of product as you, who can partner up, you can do something together, you can promote each other's product down the line or something like that. It's a really, really good place to meet new people in your market, like-minded people who can help your business, and people who you can help, okay? So forums are really are a great place, and you can make a lot of money if you use them correctly. Okay, so with that said, we need to talk about the forum etiquette. So the do's and don'ts, what you need to do and what you need to avoid. Do sign up and make your first post about, do not sign up and make your first post about this great new product you just found, okay? Like I said, the people on the forums will rip you to shreds. You can't simply you can't be what's called a newbie. You walk straight in and then you start promoting your product or someone else's product. You'll be laughed at, basically. You'll be laughed out of town. So do not do that. Do, however, spend some time making valuable posts and contributing helpful information. Okay, so like I was saying before, go in there and give something of value. Maybe you have something that you can offer. Maybe you have like something that you can offer for free, something that's going to help people. Look through the forums, look at questions. People ask questions. They usually have lots and lots of problems. So if you happen to know the solution, go in there, take the time to really help someone out. And it's going to help a lot of people out, because in most cases, there's not just one person going through the same thing. There's lots of people going through the same thing. So you can go in there and help out a lot of people. I've talked about before, the easiest way to make money online is to simply know what people want and then give it to them. Forums, like I said, are great research tools, because you can go in there, you can find out what they want because they're sitting there talking about it, So to take that even further, if you want to really have a great reputation on the forums, find out what people are struggling with on the forums and actually help them on the forums. If you really want to go all out, find some of the questions on the forums and create a little free report just for that, just for that person. Say, look, I saw that you're struggling with this. I know how to do this. So I've written up a little guide for you here. You can download it here, and anyone else who might find this useful. Things like that is going to get you noticed. Things like that is going to allow you to sort of really build your reputation in a positive way. Obviously, do not blatantly spam the forum. Don't walk in and start promoting all your links everywhere. Do not do that, because it'll get deleted straight away, and most likely your account will be banned, okay? Forum moderators do not look kindly on that, and just the forum people in general, people who are hanging out on the forums, do not appreciate you coming in and just spamming it with stuff that they don't need or they don't want. And even if they do need and they do want it, they're simply going to ignore it just because of the way that you've gone about sharing your message, okay? So it's very, very important that you do not just walk in and start spamming them with anything and everything. Do be polite and make friends, okay? We're all human beings here. So we're all, we may be sitting behind a computer screen, but we're all real people. So, do be polite. Do make friends. You don't have to be a jerk. You don't have to be rude or anything. Be nice, be friendly to people, because it goes a long way. I can't tell you how many great business people and partners that I've met purely because we struck up a friendship through the forums. So there's no need to be rude, no need to be a jerk or arrogant or something like that. Just be a nice person, and it'll go a long way. Okay, so the Warrior Forum. Let's talk about the Warrior Forum for a minute, because it's such an amazing forum. One of the things that we talked about in this course is getting you to the $5,000 per month mark within 6 months. Honestly, I can tell you right now, you can legitimately and realistically make $5,000 per month purely from the Warrior Forum alone, without doing any other marketing at all, just marketing on the Warrior Forum. And that's true, that's honest, that's something that a lot of people are doing. So there is great power within the Warrior Forum if you use it correctly, okay? Now, just like any forum, there's obviously things that are probably going to annoy you when large groups of people come together, and there's rules and regulations and stuff like that. But if you use the Warrior Forum correctly, you can make a hell of a lot of money, okay? So it's simply warriorforum.com. Probably should have had the URL there, sorry about that. But yeah, it's just www.warriorforum.com if you're not familiar with the Warrior Forum. It's where I got my start in internet marketing. I mean, I've told you guys about the report that I sold that made $4,000 in its first week. That was on the Warrior Forum. I sold that on the Warrior Forum. And the other thing is extremely targeted to internet marketing. It really is just, laser targeted to internet marketing, which is what you want to focus on, okay? So, it's the largest internet marketing forum out there, and it's filled with your target market. It's great for research. You can research exactly what people are buying, what people want to buy, what people are having trouble with. The Warrior Forum is a tremendous resource if you use it correctly, okay? It's literally filled with hungry, ready-to-buy, targeted people. there's the things that are called the WSOs, which we'll talk about in just a second. But there are people who sit there and just buy all the time. It's an amazing thing. It's also a great source for quick and targeted traffic. So we talked about the WSO method and the Warrior Forum method before, earlier on in this course, where basically I tell you how to get a list really quickly. And I recommend the Warrior Forum because it's so targeted and it's instant and quick quality traffic, because this is where your target market is hanging out. This is where they are, and there's lots of them there. So it really is a great place for you to meet potential partners, for you to build a reputation, for you to reach your audience, reach your market, and for you to make a lot of money. Okay, so let's break it down even further. The Warrior Forum has a section on their forum called the Warrior Special Offer section, okay? And for short, people call it a WSO. Basically, what a WSO is, you get your own thread where you can post your offer. So you can sell basically on the Warrior Forum. It costs $40 to list a WSO, and in the WSO section, and people can browse through and basically buy your product. So this really is a great way to start your IM business really quickly, okay? This is what I teach my students to do. It's one of the first things that I teach them to do. Go and get a WSO up and running. So the first thing to do is obviously build a list. So to do that, you create a free WSO. So you still have to pay to actually list it, but you personally are not charging people to get your report or your video or whatever it may be. So you're giving it to them for free, but they have to opt into your list in order to get that. It's a great way to build your list really quickly. And as we talked about in the WSO method, you can go on and launch mini products to your list through the Warrior Forum, so you can start making big money. And you can literally make $5,000 a month doing that, just doing that, rinsing and repeating. Every time you do it, your reputation is going to get bigger, your list is going to get bigger, you're going to become more well known, and people are going to look out for your WSOs, and you can easily, trust me, you can easily make $5,000 a month purely doing this one WSO method. Also, there's lots of potential partners for you to work with and build relationships with, so you can actually start promoting each other's WSOs. Maybe you have a really successful one and maybe another guy has a really successful one, so you contact each other and say, hey, I see that your WSO is doing quite well, mine is as well. How about we do an ad swap? I'll promote for you and then you promote for me, and it's a win-win situation. Lots of things like that can happen very easily. So also another thing that's going on right now is that there's advertising in the Warrior Forum. You can buy banner ads, you can buy text ads. Now things change in the Warrior Forum all the time, particularly with advertising. I mean, Alan Sayers, the guy who owns it, has tried lots of different sort of advertising methods. So he tends to change them a little bit. So at the time of me recording this video, there's banner ads and there's text ads. That may change, so keep that in mind if you go and check this out. And there's no banner ads there. He's obviously changed it, but at the moment there is, and that is an amazing way to get even more traffic from the Warrior Forum to your Warrior Special Offer, and you can make a boatload of money. You can make ridiculous amounts of money if you get a banner ad, if you get some text ads. Basically, they just get. They pretty much target the majority of the Warrior Forum. So the majority of people who are using the Warrior Forum is going to see your advertisement, and that's going to bring you a lot of traffic, even more targeted traffic, and you can convert that traffic and make a lot of money purely through the Warrior Forum. I mean, you could make $5,000 a month before there even was any advertising at all by simply doing WSOs. Now, as long as as that stays, the banner ads and all that stays on the Warrior Forum, it just makes it even ridiculously more easy to make a lot of money through the Warrior Forum. So I know I'm talking about it a lot, but that's where I got my start. That's where I made a living off the Warrior Forum for a long time when I first started out. That's all I'd done. So I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money if you use the Warrior Forum correctly. Okay, so basically, here's what I kind of want you to do. We've talked about this before. You want to create free reports to build your list. You always want to have new WSOs coming out, both free and paid WSOs, okay? So you want to have new free reports coming out to constantly be building your list, and you want to have paid ones so you can constantly be making money, okay? Again, go back to the WSO method where I teach you how to build a list through the Warrior Forum and then launch your mini paid WSOs through your list and through the Warrior Forum. You will make a lot of money. Your list will be constantly building, and so will your income. So very, very easy way to make a lot of money. Make 10 comments per day that are helpful and contribute to the forum. Okay, so this is what I need you to do. You need to go to the forum and make 10 comments per day that are actually going to help people and are going to contribute some value to the forum. That's how you build your reputation of providing good quality stuff. That's how you make friends. Okay, it's probably something that doesn't really get mentioned a lot, but if people like you, they will buy from you. You can make a lot of friends in the forum, and they'll buy from you simply because you were a nice guy to them. Maybe you talked to them. Maybe you sent a few PM private messages back and forth, and you were a cool guy. You helped them out. So then when they see that you have something to offer, they buy it because they know that you're a nice guy, or they know that you're a nice girl, and that you're a genuine person. So that's very, very important, and shouldn't be shouldn't be gone unrecognized. And have your link in your signature direct to something free. Okay, so you can have a link to a free WSO or a link to a squeeze page or something like that. But the most important thing is to get people onto your list, because you want to build a list. So have your link in your signature go to something free. Now, forum advertising. I already sort of just talked about that before, but obviously the Warrior Forum will have, may or may not have banner advertising, depends if they keep it or not, but it does convert really, really well. But the Warrior Forum isn't the only forum out there, okay? There are lots of different forums out there, which I'm going to share with you in a second, but a lot of forums will have advertising, okay? So you can actually buy banners, and this will get you a lot of views. Look, if you really want to dominate, what I recommend is that you go ahead and you find the best forums and you see if they have advertising, and you buy those big, leaderboard banner ads, because that's going to get you attention. The majority of the people who, everyone on the forum is going to see it. Everyone's going to see that, see your banner. So it's going to be, brand awareness for starters, but you're going to get a lot of traffic. So, forum advertising, as long as you can afford it, is something that not a lot of people talk about, but it's a great way to really establish your reputation, because you kind of instantly become known. And especially if you're doing if you have you've signed up to these forums, so then people can actually know who you are, so they can link the ad to you. You have like a thread, or you have a WSO or something like that. That just gives you even more credibility within the forum. It builds your reputation even more quickly. Okay, so lots of forums offer advertising. Okay, so these are the best internet marketing forums. These are the biggest forums. Obviously the Warrior Forum, so warriorforum.com, Digital Point Forum, forums.digitalpoint.com. That is similar to the Warrior Forum. It's kind of I guess you could say it's not quite as organized. The Warrior Forum sort of clean and very, very structured. Not to say that Digital Point isn't, but it's kind of just a little bit looser. That's not really the best way to describe it, but either way, they are both still very, very good forums. blackhatworld.com is another huge forum that deals with black hat stuff. Now, if you don't know what black hat means, it's basically black hat SEO techniques, so unethical things that tricks and little things like that to give you an unfair advantage. There's a whole nother, usually it's like a white hat and black hat. So white hat is, everything's above board. Black hat is a little shady. I don't really recommend doing black hat stuff because it's not gonna last in the long run. Usually black hat things are only trends, and then they get shut down. With that said, blackoutworld.com is still a massive forum of internet marketers. It's still targeted. It's just some of these guys use blackout stuff. So, that is still a massive opportunity to get your message in front of internet marketers. And the same thing with Wickedfire. Wickedfire.com, same type of thing. Are not sort of where the Warrior Forum is strictly white hat, so no black hat stuff will be allowed. Blackout World and Wickedfire and even Digital Point aren't so strict on the whole black hat stuff. But regardless, these are the 4 top internet marketing forums. This is where your target market is hanging out. This is where they're going to be. This is where you can get a lot of research. You can find out exactly what's going on in your market. You can find out exactly what these people want, and you can advertise it to these people and really get your message out there. You can build friendships. You can build relationships. You can build reputations. So what you need to do is sign up to all of these forums. Make 10 posts per day to all of these forums. Build your reputation, do the WSOs, do the advertising if you can afford it, get on there and sell stuff, and you will make a lot of money. So, that's how you use forums to make money and generate traffic.